Hello everybody, my name's Ryan and I'm a driving instructor. Today I want to talk about clean air zones or ULEZ zones. In principle I agree with them, why not reduce pollution, but the reasons that they're doing it doesn't seem very fair at the moment. Near us and in and around Newcastle there is a clean air zone that applies to buses and trucks that are the most polluting. But the question I have, does the pollution that sort of sits around that clean air zone, that surely must go into that clean air zone? There's no magic force field, is there? Or is there? Pretty sure there isn't. So I don't know how you can quite control pollution in a single small area. If you take some a bit bigger like London maybe, then yeah, sure, it probably does reduce it because that's where the majority of traffic is. But it only applies if you've got lots of clean vehicles. So if you've got a lot of battery vehicles, then yeah, probably does stay clean. But if you have a lot of older vehicles, then surely by charging them, that's not really going to help. The people that really can't afford the new cars are the ones that are getting penalised. I don't understand quite why they punish them for driving into a clean air zone. I don't understand that at all. Why would you charge somebody for driving into it? Why charge somebody to drive into an area if they've got a 20-year-old Volvo that does 200 grams per kilometre when a brand new Rolls Royce that is considered to be Euro 6 then pumps out 250 grams per kilometre? I don't understand how they come at that arrangement. I don't understand how they come up with the figures sometimes. Maybe they should have just drawn a line at 150 grams per kilometre, charge everybody above that level and not the ones below it. But then you've got to draw the line somewhere, so why not what they've done? Surely there's another agenda here. Surely there's another part to this. Surely it's got nothing to do with the actual pollution at all. At one point they did say that it was all about reducing pollution and controlling speed, and if you slow down like they did in Wales, slowing the vehicles down, it might reduce the pollution. But that doesn't apply if you've got lots of battery cars, which there are loads of now. That doesn't reduce the pollution at all. Going slow if you're driving a battery car might actually even increase it, possibly. What do these ULEZ and cars cameras do? What do they really do? Do you think that they can just record number plates? I doubt it. I think they can probably detect speed. I think they can be used as average speed cameras. I think they know exactly where you're going to go, how much distance you're covering, what mileage you're covering. I think they're doing all of that. I think this is where it's going to go, you see. I think they're going to expand these zones in these areas. I think they're going to expand them quite a lot. And what happens when it gets to 2050 or whatever, and we're on net zero and all the cars that are floating around a battery and they're not getting that income anymore of all those old cars or all those non-polluting cars, what they're going to do then? Yeah, they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you whatever vehicle you're driving. And I think they're probably going to charge you what mileage you're going to do, maybe based on some sort of MOT if you haven't gone through cars. If you live in Northumberland, maybe the whole idea of this is to get you in public transport, but we're in the northeast and there's some customers that I visit that are learning to drive because they've got no bus service. Well, they've got no public transport. How do they actually get around? Are they going to abandon living in the countryside and suddenly live in all the towns in a crappy house that they didn't really want in the first place? They've got to drive. Looks like they're going to get charged for it as well. What about us as driving instructors? Do you think that we're going to get charged? I think that's ultimately what they're going to do. So they're going to alienate a lot of people, maybe even taxi drivers, car drivers, some people that do over 10,000 miles a year. You might pay £100 a year based on road charging, 10 pence a mile or something like that. But if you're doing 30 to 40,000 miles and you're paying £300 to £400 a year just to use the roads on top of your tax, could be very interesting. That could be a very different set of variables. That I don't know how everybody feels about these zones. I know it definitely, I think it's more of a government agenda than anything else. I don't believe it's got anything to do with reducing emissions. I can't see how that works without some sort of magic force field, or then charging every single car that is internal combustion engine and not charging the battery cars. I can't see how that doesn't work. You can't charge one group of people if their vehicle pollutes and not the others that still pollute by the same amount. Even if it goes down like this car, 110 grams per kilometre, it's still polluting something. So surely you would charge everybody. Maybe it is a bigger picture. Maybe they do want to monitor us more. Maybe they want to get us out of our cars and into other modes of transport. Like I've said, I don't think that really works out in the middle of nowhere, but you never know. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe you can answer my question in the comments. Is the clean air zone, is the ULEZ zone, is the ones that are going to spring up in all the cities all over the place, is it really viable? Is it just for the money? Are they charging people to pollute? Sounds a bit strange that, but maybe they are. Maybe you can type your answer in the comments and tell me what you really think about it. I don't really agree with it because of what it's based on, the principle. You might as well charge every ICE vehicle and none of the battery ones, because allegedly, the battery ones don't pollute. Well, they do in the charge, but that's a whole different story that I've done another video on. If you did like what you saw today, or you did like the test route videos, the bad driving videos that quite a few people disagree with, they disagree with them because they think there was nothing wrong. It is a fail on a driving test, a lot of those videos. If you'd done that on a driving test, the examiner would fail you on a driving test. If you do like what you see though, why not like, subscribe, tell us what you think. Yeah, why not? Bye.